Hey there, besties. We got to talk. So it's that time again to take a look at some comments, a comment in particular, actually. So you know this video. This is the video taken out of the live stream. I titled this video, Dr. Umar Speaks on Charlie Kirk and Says All White People Are Racist. So you do see that title. You did hear that title, right? You heard what the title says. Dr. Umar speaks on Charlie Kirk and says all white people are racist. Okay. Just want to make sure that we get that part. Make sure we review that part, right? All right, fine. So I pinned the comment now. So this is Teo Ma Serve 7825 or something like that, child. I don't know what that means, but that's not the point. So this person says, why do you keep saying colored? I'm not even a big Dr. Umar fan or agree with a lot he has to say. However, Miss Messy, your undeniable defense for seemingly all white people is crazy. Unless you're one of those black MAGA, damn, he got you mad. I don't see him saying everyone black is dumb or all that stuff you're saying. Wrong, you're. So you are using your platform to tear down this man. I'm trying to understand your motive, like you keep mentioning his school scams and other stuff. Child. Anyway. But I'm really curious as to why you're wrong. You're again so mad. You even cursing out donors and people who support his mission. Let me first say that maybe you need Dr. Umar's school for how it is that you're writing here incorrectly, punctuating incorrectly, and using the wrong words. But I digress. So my response. So this is what you got from this video. I'm the problem and Umar is right because why? He has a degree. He's a con man. He's been conning the community for almost 20 years. He can continue to take y'all's money while y'all remain in the same place waiting for the school that's never going to come, asking for money and continue to roam the globe. I love it when people like you come at me who's trying to enlighten people but so concerned about the word colored, and yet you don't have a problem with the NAACP who ain't helping nobody. I'm the problem, all good. This is why I can only be concerned for myself and mine, because I will not allow foolishness like this to take us off our square in the name of racism. So I know I said a lot there because I don't even remember all the things that I said in this video. The video is over 20 minutes long and child, it's from a couple of days ago. But what I do remember is Dr. Umar coming out on his own page saying that all white people are racists and the rest of them are bigots or something along those lines. So Dr. Umar can come out and say this and just be like, this is why black people basically, you need to stop dealing with white people and we all need to come together. When are people going to realize ain't no coming together? There's just not going to be no coming together for black people. It's just not going to happen. I mean, believe for what you want, but black people can't agree on anything. And people like Dr. Umar keep black people, just like some of the rest of the pros, focused on white people when it's they're not even the biggest concern that we should have. The first concern should be with our own and what it is that we doing in order to uplift ourselves so that we can stop being disproportionately affected with regard to everything having to do with life. Y'all can name it all. Every single time a news program comes on, it's always disproportionately affected or black people are at the freaking bottom. At some list they shouldn't be at the bottom of, or the top of some list that they shouldn't be at the top of, but nobody ever wants to discuss that from the perspective of changing those statistics. Why is it that when Joe Biden was here and he was talking about the student loans and y'all was all for the free, so that you could get your student loans wiped, and yet people are continuing, black people, to take out student loans? If you heard and you knew and you listened for his 4 years, that student loans are a problem, the rates are a lot, and it's too much for the degrees that you get and the money that you get afterwards is not enough to pay it off. Why would you continue to take out loans? That's the only way that someone could go to college. That's not true. And I'm not even going to go explain it again for the umpteenth time or say who you should listen to, because child, keep listening to the people who are first generation millionaire black people who found a way to make it and tell ya that racism be your problem. And that's the problem and why you can't get nowhere. And you got to be focused on these white people and what they're doing to keep you down and hold you back. And y'all are falling for it and you're doing it. And let me again say that I'm not saying that there isn't racism and that people aren't racist, white people and other people as well. But these pros keep y'all focused on racism with regard to black people, and that's all you're focused on, and you're not even focused on yourself and what you can do for yourself, for your family, for your kids, or anything like that, because you got to be sure that you do stuff for the culture to make sure that you do what these pro-blacks want you to do. And they're not doing anything to help you get out of your situation, because much like they say on the plane, if you can't take care of you first to then help somebody else, then what's the effing point? They got y'all out here thinking that you need to help everybody else, and you're not even helping yourself. And what you're doing is making those same first generation millionaires more millionaires so they can pass that down to their kids and their grandkids and everybody else, while y'all still going to be in the same place, not being able to pass down anything, talking about what you're passing down, but not actually doing anything. So you mean to tell me that you think that Dr. Umar, who bought a school that was already a school, mind you, because it used to be a school, can't open that school after at least 6 years? Because why now? Because why now? But every single video is donations, gifts, money, hit the Cash App, hit the PayPal, hit the Venmo. So I guess you don't hear none of that? I guess you could just ignore that, but you got a problem with me using the word colored. And like I continue to say, if y'all ain't got no problem with the NAACP, please miss me with that bullshit. And while I mention them, what in the world are they doing for anyone at this point, except for telling us that if you down there in Florida, don't come to Florida because they racist down in Florida. So let me say this. If they racist in Florida, where are they not racist at? So where should we go? Nowhere? Like, they say these things and y'all don't question shit. The NAACP said, don't come to Florida because they racist. Oh, okay. How much sense does that make at the end of the day? So which state is it that there is no racism that we all can go? Bueller? Can someone let me know? Can you let me know? Teo Maserve 7825? You so concerned about the word effing color. They got the ebony alert out there in California made up by some black people that wanted it so they can separate the daggone amber alerts to make sure that you know that it's a black person. So do you think that singling that out to make people know that it's a black person is going to help the black community or not help the black community, Bueller? So you telling me that black people really needed their own amber alert and be called the ebony alert, and you ain't got nothing to say about that? See, there's a lot of things that we have found out and figured out while we have been up on this internet for 4 fucking years, going over everything that's been said out here. Some of us that used to follow all that shit and now realize and recognize that it's just a bunch of bullshit in order to keep us in the same daggone place so that we don't go no daggone where, and make sure that we continue to make people who are millionaires continue to be more and more and more over of millionaires while we sitting here in the same damn place, all enraged and outraged and thinking that nothing can happen and mad and always mad and mad at everybody and everything and out here mad no matter what. If that's the life that you want to live, then you go ahead and you live it. I'm not out here searching for nobody who's a fucking racist. They can be racist all the fuck they want. Leave me and mine the entire fuck alone. It's not my job to go out here and find ghosts like a Ghostbuster person. It ain't my job to go out here and find racist. That ain't my lot in life, okay? My lot in life is to make sure that I go out here and do what I'm supposed to do for my effing family and for my daggone self and follow the effing law and move how it needs to be done in order to continue to do that. If y'all want to continue to listen to people that do not have your best interest at heart, you are welcome to do so. Don't question me about a motherfucking thing, because I ain't out here hurting nobody, and anything that I say and tell y'all is for the good of y'all. If you don't hear it, or you don't want to hear the lesson in it, and you don't want to see that these people don't give a fuck about you, that's you problem, not a me problem. But y'all continue to do what you do. Don't worry about what I do. And if I was a black MAGA person, then I can be a black MAGA person, because guess what? The people that bore me are the only people who don't even at this point, but they are the only people that have something to say about what I do. You don't, and nor does anybody else that happens to be black can tell me what I'm supposed to do. I am a grown-ass fucking adult that ain't asking nobody for a motherfucking thing, let alone you or anybody else that don't like what the fuck I have to say, because you know what's easy? What's easy is to scroll the fuck up or move on if you don't like what it is that you hear. But to try to think that you're going to shame me or blame me for anything, everybody is responsible for the decisions that they make, and they daggone lie. So if it's good, then you get those rewards. If it's bad, then you get those rewards as well. I don't have shit to do with it. That's a you problem. Because what the fuck is happening over here is working the fuck out for us. If it ain't working out for you, that's a you problem. If you want to follow Umar and listen to what the fuck he has to say and think that he's going to magically come up with some school one of these days, hope your kid is 0 years old, because maybe by the time they 16, the school will be open and then you can send your kid there. That school is sitting right in the middle of the hood in the ghetto, which is where it could be utilized if he really was interested in making that happen. A whole ass school around the corner from there, about 4 to 5 blocks away, was built from the ground up and opened in 2 freaking years. This ninja been talking about it for 20. No, I don't like what he's talking about. I don't like what he's saying. Not because it has anything to do with white people. It's because pros are keeping y'all's mind on white people when you really need to be worried about your damn selves and your own damn families and what it is that you can do to make sure that you and your family are in the best place possible moving forward. Instead of talking about generational wealth, making that shit. Don't ever come for me when it comes to some shit like this. You and whoever else that want to support his mission, carry on, give up all your money and your time and your energy and stay focused where he wants you to be focused. Enjoy that. Let me know where y'all end up, especially when it comes to y'all's kids who may need that actual school if it actually was going to come to pass. That's it. That's all. Like this daggone video. Make sure you comment, subscribe if you are new. I see you all in the next one.
How we doing, young kings? Stay focused. Y'all know the rules. Black queens forever. Snow bunnies never. Never.
Black queens forever. Snow bunnies never. Black queens forever. Snow. Never. Black queens forever.
Y'all know the rules. Black queens forever. Snow bunnies never.
Y'all know the rules. Black queens forever. Snow bunnies never.
I ain't seen our boys. All right, that's me. We're run like.
Y'all know the rules. Black queens forever. Snow bunnies never.
Y'all know the rules. Black queens forever. Snow bunnies never. Never.